Welcome. My name is Albert. Thank you for joining me today. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to text a woman for a date. Okay, so if you have not already, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Because on this channel, I teach you guys how to become better men and how to improve your interactions with women. Okay, so let's jump right into this topic. At the end of this video, I am going to give you guys a simple template on how to text a woman. Okay, so, but before we get into that, I need to go through some theory with you. Okay, in the beginning, when I used to text women and try to get them out on a date, I thought that I needed all this gimmick and I needed all these tricks just to get her to respond to my text. But here's something that I found out, right? You need to keep things very simple, right? A lot of guys like me back in the day, they try to complicate things with women. Trust me, the best way to text a woman out for a date is just keeping things very, very simplistic. Okay? A lot of guys think that the way they text a woman is the reason that she actually goes out on a date with you. But no. Honestly, the way you spoke to her when you met her is actually 95% of the reason why she's going out with you. Texting her is just 5% of what makes her go out with you. Okay? If you had a bad interaction with her when you got the number, nothing you say to her on text will actually get her to go on a date with you. It's a sad truth, but this is true. Okay? Especially when you are just starting out, especially when you are a beginner, right? And the method that I have actually designed, this simplistic way, actually helps you weed out a lot of the low interest women. This specific way of texting that I'm going to show you at the end of the video is actually helps you weed out all the low interest and gets you going out with only high interest women. Okay, so you want to stay tuned to the end of this video because it's very, very important, right? I cut out a lot of the fat, right? So that you can actually focus, on just dealing with women with high interest. Okay, so what is the number one thing that I want you guys to focus on, right? When you are meeting a woman for the first time, right? When you're meeting her for the first time and you're talking to her before you get her number, I want you guys to keep in mind this one thing. You want to make sure that when you get her number, that she knows why you're getting her number. She needs to understand that you are getting her number so you can ask her out on a date later. Okay? So that it's not that you're just getting the number to reconnect with her some other time. It's to get her number. Look, I thought you were interesting and I wanted us to grab coffee sometime. Okay, cool. What's your number? You get the number that way. So this way, when you're hitting her up later, she understands that you are actually texting her to go out on a date. Okay? If you text a woman twice, right, and she has not responded to you, that means she was giving you the number so that she can get rid of you. Also, if you texted her and she's not responding, maybe she had buyer's remorse. You never know, right? It happens. Haven't you ever gone to the store, bought something, came back home, and you're like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have bought this thing? It happens, right? Same thing with a woman. She may have given you the number. She may have had interest in you then, but when you were texting her, she's just kind of like, you know what, I don't want to go out with this guy. And look, it's fine. Just move on. Do not keep texting somebody that is not responding to you, okay? Very, very important. Now, let me kind of go into the template as I promised. When you're texting a woman, right, there's multiple things that you have to keep in mind. You have to keep in mind that you want to set up a frame where it's like she is the one chasing you, right? She is the one that has to prove something to you, okay? How do you do this? It's very simple. When you are texting her, make sure that before you ask her out on a date, make sure that you have asked her a qualifying question so that it kind of sets up a frame where it's like she is trying to prove herself to you, right? It kind of sets up that frame that you are a man of quality and you're just not going to accept anyone. You're just not going to accept any girl, right? So let me give you an example. So let's say I want to hit up, we'll just call her Susie, right? I want to hit up Susie. I'll say, hey Susie, how are you doing today? Or if you don't want to use her name, you could go, hey sweetie, how are you doing today? Now, I've seen a lot of information online saying that you shouldn't use such a simple text of how are you doing, because everybody hits her up and says that. But you know, one thing I found out that that simple text weeds out a lot of low interest girls. And remember what did I tell you at the beginning? You only want to date women with high interest, right? Because this way they are fighting for your attention, and that's where you want a woman. You want her fighting for your attention. You want a woman that is going to actively pursue you, right? So this is very important. You're going to ask her, how was your day today, right? She's going to say fine, and she's going to ask you. If she just says fine, then that's a problem, right? Because if a woman likes you and has high interest in you, she should be asking, oh, I'm doing great, how are you doing, right? She should want to know how you're doing, because, you know, that high interest, right? Again, that high interest. Then after she's responded, you are going to ask her a qualifying question. You're gonna say something to the effect of, now you don't need to use this verbatim. You could come up with your own qualifying question, right? You could say, you know what, I was curious about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Very simple, but it shows that you want to know more about her, and it's like, she better say the right thing, or less, you know, it's definitely going to turn you off, right? Or you could say, you know what, I'm curious about you. Are you more spontaneous, or do you see yourself more as an adventurous person? She will answer that. Now, when she's giving you an answer, she's gonna try and find out more about you as well. Do you guys get the point here? You see, she is going back and forth with you, which is a good thing, right? It shows that she has high interest, right? You don't want to be texting a woman that is taking hours to text you, that is taking 2 to 3 days to text you. Why? Because it shows low interest. You want a woman that is texting you back quickly, right? Especially when you are just beginning. When you have advanced the game, then you can start trying to go out with women that are low value, because you understand how the game works and you understand how to increase a woman's interest. But when you're just starting out and you're just starting out beginner, I want you guys to be going out with women with high interest until your game gets advanced, right? Now back to the text, right? Now you have sent her a qualifying question. She's asked you back, right? Great. You know what? Let's meet up for coffee. I'm free Thursday or Friday. Which day works best for you? Do you see what I just did there? I have asked her out. Now I have asked her a qualifying question. She's answered. Then I set up the date by kind of giving her an option, but throwing it back as if to say, you know what day works best for you. But remember, I gave her 2 options, right? I've told her Thursday or Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. You give her an option so that she's like, you don't just tell her, hey, you know what day of the week works for you? You know, you want to keep it in such a way that you give her like 2 days. You give her 2 options. Okay. And you want to do this with every single thing, right? What day works best for you? Friday or Saturday? What time works best for you? At 6 or 7? Are you more of a coffee bean person or a Starbucks person? Do you see? You're giving her the illusion of options, but the thing is that you're picking the options for her. Okay? Guys, that is the video for today. I hope you guys have seen value in that. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.